There's so many worthwhile groups out there. We're going to be highlighting several of them throughout the day. Today we have a father and son duo who are actually burying their bodies to raise money for their wounded comrades.
Okay, the pair are posing, I gotta get this, the 2011 American Heroes calendar along with other hunky soldiers. 100% of the proceeds, you know, you hate it when it's like, oh, only 50%. 100% of the proceeds going to Freedom Is Not Free. What does that do? It helps wounded service members and the families of those killed in action.
Joining us now is Gunnery Sergeant Joseph Vela, along with his son, Senior Airman Greg Vela. We welcome both of you. They're not brothers, father and son, again, although you could be brothers. By the way, how did you let your son slip out of the hands of the Marines? That's what I want to know.
I just let him do his own thing.
Well, we are one team. We're all pulling in the same direction. So tell us about the organization first.
FreedomIsNotFree.com is an organization that's founded by Purple Heart recipients, and it's for all the wounded warriors making the transition into civilian life. It's for their families, for people that have, for amputees, and for family members that are required to quit their jobs in order to help them and spend time with them. We help them with bills, financial issues, mortgages, rents.
And Greg, here your fundraiser is putting together this calendar where these guys bear their take off the. David was saying, I'm embarrassed.
I'm not going to be commenting on these shirtless guys.
I'm not embarrassed.
She's going with the hunk factor.
I'll go with the hunk factor here, but who came up with the idea? What was the genesis of this calendar?
Well, the genesis of this calendar was to basically, it's just from soldier to soldier, here we are. We're not in the military anymore, but we're still here for you. And since 2005, we've raised $850,000 for 200 individuals. Excuse me, 250.
Who's Mr. December?
Mr. December? Where's that? Can I see a picture of him?
That's my birthday month. That's why I got it.
Okay, well.
But you convinced these gentlemen to pose, and nobody had any problem with this, and all the proceeds go to, really give us an idea here of where they go, Joe.
Okay, well, you have issues with families that have problems. Like I was saying, if a guy is making a transition from military into civilian life and he has an amputation or prosthetics and he can't work, or you know, his finances are in jeopardy, he can definitely get assistance. We provide grants, and our grant board consists of all Purple Heart recipients and a Gold Star mothers. So it's all about helping them in their financial need, and programs that you know, just basically give them a boost when they need it.
Greg, times are tough. We're told we're out of the recession, but it doesn't feel like it to the 10% of the population that's unemployed. Is it particularly tough now? Have you talked to a lot of your comrades who are coming out of the service trying to get back into the job hunt?
Yes, I myself just got out in this April this year, and
it's pretty daunting when you look at that job situation.
Yes,
right now.
It's very hard, and I couldn't imagine how hard it must be for someone who sustained such a horrible battle wound, or a family that's even lost a family member.
But do employers try to make an extra effort because of their patriotism?
Yes, some do. Some of them don't have room, but yes, some do. You know, on every application I have applied for, yes, have you been paramilitary?
And tell us your experience. Do you have a job now, or what's going on?
No, right now I'm just going through helicopter flight school, so I'm kind of doing my own thing, trying to get my license. But I did have a job as soon as I got out. I worked at a golf course. You know, I commuted an hour to make minimum wage, but you know, hey, work is work.
It's a job. Now, how much is the calendar? How can people get it?
If they go online, they can get on FreedomIsNotFree.com. I think that Amazon has it as well. It's $14.50, and it's a great deal.
It's a great holiday gift. It is a great, great gift no matter what religion you are, and this is just amazing. What do you expect to get out of this?
I have a very strong sense of satisfaction for this, because, you know, I'm retired and I can no longer serve active duty, but I feel like this is still a sense of service for me, and it's just an opportunity. I never would have thought of this in a million years, but there was a lady that I served with on the USS Bonhomme Richard that actually got out of the Navy, and now she's her name is Deanna Tilton, and she's like one of our big PR persons. She does a lot of the marketing, and she got me on Facebook and just said, hey, you know, you want to be in this calendar? My wife knows her, we're good friends, and so it inspired me, and I did it.
Joe, despite the different feelings everybody has about the conflicts we're in, do you notice that Americans still have that full support of the troops?
I think so. I think definitely out here in Times Square today, we saw a lot of that, and this is my first trip to New York, and I was just overwhelmed. it's a big support.
It's amazing. As sophisticated as New York is, particularly after what we went through with 9/11, people aren't embarrassed about being patriotic anymore. It used to be before 9/11 they were. Now they're out in the open. We're all pretty patriotic.
Greg, it's a whole different thing for you at your age than it was for Vietnam War veterans, and you must be happy the country really understands the sacrifice that a lot of you have made.
Oh yes, everywhere I go, if I have any kind of military haircut or any kind of uniform on, you know, doing something like this, it's always, you know, hey, thank you for everything you do, and, you know, we appreciate it so much, and the thanks I get is just so genuine and so overwhelming sometimes. It humbles me. It's a
Well, Semper Fidelis. Next time you got to get in the Marine Corps. You got to get back to the Father's Corps here.
I'm still young.
There's still time. Yeah. Greg and Joe Vela, we thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. And again, it's called Freedom is Not Free. You can look it up on the website.
Buy the calendar, everybody. 2011 American Heroes calendar.